Hey, what's up everybody, it's Mark and this is my review for the AKAI MPK Mini Mark III. Okay, so first disclaimer, if you haven't seen any review of this product yet, just go watch something else before, because in this review I'm gonna focus on the things that I think about this thing. I'm not gonna focus on features, but I'm gonna focus on a different perspective on why you should get this MIDI keyboard. So first thing first, why did I got it? I got this MIDI keyboard because I was using a big MIDI keyboard. It was an M Audio, 61 keys, kinda awful pads, and it was occupying my space. It was so big, it was so uncomfortable, and I'm not a keyboard player, so I didn't need 61 keys to get the job done. I didn't need 61 keys to produce some music. Me, and probably you, if you're watching this, you have a little home studio. I did not want this MIDI keyboard to travel, even though it's small, but I wanted this to be able to have more space, to be more comfortable, and to have something that just got the job done. And I actually got this white version because it's so cool, man. And this may seem stupid, but it's not. In fact, I think it's an underrated thing, and this is my best advice right now. You should get the keyboard that gets you inspired. The keyboard that you look at it and you're like, man, I want to have fun with this thing because I love it. That you find a connection with it, you know what I mean? And sometimes you can find a keyboard that has the best keybed or the best knobs or whatever, but you have to ask yourself what's gonna get you inspired, because at the end, this doesn't sound, you know what I mean? What sounds is inside your head. So just get the thing that's gonna translate, that's gonna make your head work. And this white version, it makes that magic to me, man. I wanna play this all the time. Okay, so let's first talk about keybed. One thing that you should know is that every clip that I'm playing in this video is part of a cover that I'm gonna release really soon, so check here on the card. Maybe there's no card yet because I haven't released it yet, but subscribe because I'm gonna release this in 2 weeks. Okay, so the first MIDI keyboard and my previous mini MIDI keyboard I had was actually an AKAI. It was maybe in 2006 or something like that. And it was awful, man. It was not so much fun to play. In fact, it was horrible to play. What you played didn't translate. It didn't even have sustain in. And it was the exact opposite of what I'm saying. It was not beautiful. It was not appealing to play. It was not fun to play. It was not inspiring. It was useless. And the keys were so bad. But when I got this one and I tried this one, I was actually kind of surprised, because these keys, even though I prefer big keys on my M Audio keyboard, these keys get the job done, the velocity is kinda cool, and if you get used to it, you're gonna be actually good. You can play cool stuff in here. It's a mini keyboard, so if you're a pianist or something like that, avoid this at all costs. But if you're just a producer like me that just wants to get the job done, try to find something like this, you know what I mean? Something that's gonna be okay, that the quality is gonna be good, that you're gonna be able to play it, and it's actually gonna be inspiring for you. And as I said, for me, that clutter space didn't inspire me, and this smaller unit helped with that. Sometimes the white keys, which are the black keys, they are not super comfortable to play because they are so small. So if you're playing them right here, like on the upper position, the velocity is kind of difficult to get right or something like that. I don't know how is the Arturia, but this is something I didn't like about this one. But honestly, I don't think that this is gonna get much better with other mini MIDI keyboards. But overall, plays good, you can get the job done, you can produce some music, you can create some music, and this is what you're looking for. So next, I want to talk about the pads. The pads were actually the thing that surprised me more about this, because the pads on my M Audio were kinda awful, man. They were not fun to play, they were not inspiring. They were these kind of pads that you do this and they record like 2 micro, you know what I mean? And these are so real. When you play this, it's like what you're playing, it gets reproduced on your DAW, on your speakers, and this is so good. These pads inspire me to do more drum beats or something like that because they work so good. Okay, I want to talk about the joystick too, because I never used any keyboard with a joystick, and maybe it's because I used to play a lot of video games, but this feels actually more natural to me when doing pitch bends than the wheel. For modulation, it's kinda awful, I gotta say. I did not use modulation a lot, but with this, it's kinda horrible. But with pitch bends, it's so natural. It's like wow, wow, wow. And this is so responsive and quick, and I don't know, if you're a gamer, you will like this one. And last but not least, I want to talk about the knobs. I'm gonna be so honest here, if I could take these knobs out and put more pads, I would definitely do it. Honestly, I don't understand why is there this crazy thing about knobs. Why do you need 16 knobs when producing at your home studio? You know what I mean? Maybe playing live you need them, but honestly, I never ever use this. Maybe I use 1 or 2 just to have more fun than playing with the mouse. I don't need so many knobs, and this is one of the reasons why I got this one, because the Arturia Minilab MK2, which is the other keyboard that I was looking, yes, it had 16 knobs, but I was like, yes, so what? I don't need a 16th knob just to play with the reverb. No, honestly, I can do that afterwards, or I can do that with my mouse. I don't need to have a knob for my reverb. I don't need, maybe it's cool to have a knob for the cutoff, maybe it's cool to have a knob for resonance or something like that, whatever, but definitely not 16 knobs. But they are cool. If you're into that, they are cool, they are endless. As I said, I'm not a fan of knobs. I'm definitely not a fan of controlling my DAW with stuff that I cannot see what I'm doing, that I have to memorize this, you know what I mean? I have my DAW controller for that. But if you are gonna use them, I have to say that these knobs are kinda cool. I'm not gonna go into other features like the arpeggiator, which is cool, but honestly, I don't think it's a deal breaker. Not repeat anything I would use to. I would rather do this by myself. There's this screen that is kind of cool too, and I'm gonna say just one thing that I did not like about this keyboard. What I did not like is that there's no option, and correct me if I'm wrong, but there's no option to actually transpose the notes, meaning that if you're playing this C, for example, to change the pitch of this, and to be able to, instead of doing a C major chord here, doing a D major chord or something like that. The pro of this is that I will actually have to learn how to play with black keys, which are white in this one. Okay, so this is pretty much it. Do I recommend this one? Yeah, definitely, I recommend it to you. So if you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, do all these kind of things that help me. Follow me on Instagram. In fact, if you send me a DM or something, I will answer you there. And see you on the next video, which is Amy Winehouse. Subscribe.